Back to the channel. On your screens, we can see the stock price of Bright Green Corporation with the ticker symbol BGXX. And today, the stock of Bright Green Corporation is down by 22% and trading at $3.92. So, what does that represent for the investors in this company, and what does that tell us about the market at large? Well, let's begin first of all by talking about the company itself. Bright Green Corporation, which is based out of Florida in the United States, is a company that deals with cannabis growth, processing, and extraction of active elements from the cannabis plant. Bright Green Corporation, according to the way it's represented online, is a company that purportedly has federal, some sort of federal and state permit that allows it to legally grow and then process and then extract active elements from cannabis, and that the active elements that they extract, they can use that for research purposes or for medicinal purposes. Furthermore, it is said that the company might have some kind of preliminary permit to export their products. So that puts them in a very, very advantageous position. Historically, cannabis and cannabis products, some say they do well in times of recession, in times of economic slowdown. But what I know is that the stocks of these companies are very, very volatile. It is hard to explain if the volatility is just investors not being long term in these companies, or it's just that by the nature of the product and the legal framework, it invites speculators, and they come there, make a quick buck, and then they jump off the gravy train. So very difficult to tell exactly what's going on with these companies, but here they are listed on the stock exchange and making big moves, either positive or negative. That is why we are talking about Bright Green Corporation today. So if you look at the volume, we still have quite, I think, about 3.5 hours to the close of market. You will see that the volume today of Bright Green Corporation stands at about 2.2 million as of right now. And the average volume on a typical day would be about 3.4 million shares that exchange hands. As you can see on your screen, the previous close for this stock was all the way up at $5.08, and the stock actually opened today at $5.20 before slowly crashing down and dropping by 23% to be trading at $3.89 at this point. I have looked around and I have no material information that tells us why the stock specifically dropped at the time it did. That's after about 30 minutes into the market. But I guess with time we might find out in case anything substantial that materially affects the company and would be of interest to the shareholders if any of that comes to light. Looking at the top of your screen, you can see that it's been a very rough day so far on Wall Street, with the S&P 500 dropping 1.10%, the Dow 30 dropping 0.94%, Nasdaq down 1.07%, the Russell 2000 down 1.73%. Crude oil, on the contrary, is high. It went up 1.21% and is trading at $116 a barrel. So as we continue with Bright Green Corporation, I also want to mention that this company just got recently listed on the stock exchanges. That was on the 17th of May 2022. So barely 2 weeks ago that this stock got listed, and you can see that it ran all the way up to $58 before it started its slow, painful, and unrelentless journey downward. Today, also for this Bright Green Corporation stock, we hit another 52-week low. So the 52-week low actually occurred today, and we are still very close to the 52-week low, and we just don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. But again, like I said, with most of these cannabis stocks and marijuana stocks, they tend to jump all over the place. So I won't be surprised if at the close of business or tomorrow you come and you see this has gone up even 50-100%. That wouldn't be surprising, but due to that kind of fluctuation and the nature of the stock itself, I would be very worried to drop any significant amount of money on this stock because it's so unpredictable and we have very little information coming from the company, and so most of what we are doing is just speculating at this point. So it's almost like buying this stock is a gamble because I can't really find much information either about the company or any PR, anything about any news articles that talks about the activities of the company. That is what I'm trying to get at, is a third party confirmation of what the activities of the company are, not something that has been put out there by the company itself. So that's what I had to say about Bright Green Corporation. Do be careful. We're not sure yet how low this market is gonna get, but again, I can reiterate here, I have a feeling that we are very close to the bottom, and the bottom is not gonna be a clear, turn around and then things start shooting for the stars or for the moon. It's just going to be, one day you have the stocks going down, then 2 days going up, and before you know it, we've already reversed the trend. So be very watchful of what's going on Wall Street, and don't get distracted or sidelined by other things that they throw out there, like things happening in Hollywood, and things that are not really going to affect your portfolio directly. So keep your eyes focused on the ball. And that's what I had for today. Thanks for joining me. And if you haven't done so, guys, please consider subscribing to the channel. And we have a goal to reach 1,000 subscribers by the midterms in November. Bye for now. Catch you guys on the next one.